Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, thank you for coming to this presentation. I'm glad to see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dewi Muna Larasati. I'm from class Biology D. In this presentation, I would like to present Mindanao in southern Philippines. First, I will explain to you about history of Mindanao in southern Philippines. The southern Philippines, better known as Mindanao, is located in the northern part of the island Sulawesi and Kalimantan. Mindanao is con Mindanao is considered strategic because it is located between three countries, namely Indonesia, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Consequence of the position make Mindanao as a trade route and traffic of goods connecting the three countries. With its strategic position, the southern Philippines often experience prolonged conflict. The conflict in the southern Philippines has been going on since colonialism. Religious issues underlying this conflict head up the situation after the independence of the Philippines. The population of Mindanao, which is mostly Moro is Muslim, is still discriminated against by Muslims Philippine government, such as poverty, difficulty in getting a job, education level low, even military violence. As a result of the lack of response from the government, the Mindanao Community and Moro Islamic Front organization, they want Moro to be free. The Moro Armed Group commit attack one Philippine military force as a form of protest against the rig they have got it. One of the terrorist groups is still carrying out acts of violence today in the Philippines, so it's the Abu Sayyaf group. The group operates around the island province of Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, thank you for coming to this presentation. I'm glad to see you all. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dewi Munalarsati. I'm from class Biology D. In this presentation, I would like to present Mindanao in southern Philippines. First, I will explain to you about history of Mindanao in southern Philippines. The southern Philippines, better known as Mindanao, is located in the northern part of the island Sulawesi and Kalimantan. Mindanao is considered strategic because it is located between three countries, namely Indonesia, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Consequence of the position make Mindanao as a trade route and traffic of goods connecting the three countries. With its strategic position, the southern Philippines often experience prolonged conflict. The conflict in the southern Philippines has been going on since colonialism. Religious issues underlying this conflict heat up the situation. They want Moro to be free. The Moro armed group commit attack on Philippine military force as a form of protest against the right they haven't got it. The process of resolving conflict between the government and the community Mindanao in the southern Philippines has been carried out several times by involving the two parties, even a third party as a mediator. Peace and political stability has not been fully realized in the southern Philippines region, though an agreement has been reached to end the conflict. The high intensity of conflict and the violence that occurred in the area was marked by the presence of group terrorists who actively carry out kidnapping, armed violence, and intimidation. One of the terrorist groups is still carrying out acts of violence today in the Philippine South is the Abu Sayyaf group. The group operates around the island province of Basilan and the Sulu archipelago, as, as well as the three provinces of the Zamboanga Peninsula in the West Mindanao. This area is general a rural area. This makes the Abu Sayyaf group has a strategic and safe base from the military Philippines. The Indonesia government has prepared an effort to liberate Indonesian citizens held hostage by the Abu Sayyaf. The Indonesian National Army is ready uh, free to hostage, as well as the ransom prepared by company. However, two Indonesia government used hostage release effort through diplomacy involving multiple actors. Okay, next. Introduction. Southern Philippines, better known as Mindanao, is located in the northern part of the island of Sulawesi and Kalimantan, with a strategic location. The Abu Sayyaf is a terrorist group founded by Abdul Rajak Janjalani. The group operates around the province of the Basilan Island and the Sulu archipelago. Conflict in the southern Philippines. First, kidnapping, armed violence, and intimidation. Form of violence by the Abu Sayyaf: bombardment, kidnapping, extortion, and murder. How to govern frees Indonesians from the Abu Sayyaf. The kidnapping of Indonesian citizens by the Abu Sayyaf group has actually happened. One of these, um, however, nothing further now news regarding the release of the two kidnapping cases. The government of Indonesia, in collaboration with the government of the Philippines, managed to release 10 crew members of the coal-carrying ship Brahma 12 and Adnan 12 kidnapped by the Abu Sayyaf group. The government of Indonesia and the Philippines also managed to free three sailors from Indonesia who were kidnapped in the water Sabah. Attempts to release three Indonesian hostages carried out by the Philippines government by means of military operations and negotiations. And then the main goal of the Abu Sayyaf group. This group was founded in formed under the name Moro National Liberation Front. This group is a rebel group that wants to secede from the Philippines. His territory was in Basilan and Mindanao in the southern Philippines. Its first leader was Abdul Rojak Abu Bakar Janjalani, who by profession as a teacher in Basilan. The Abu Sayyaf group has a hard ideology to get what he wants. They do not incest, to kidnap and even kill hostages. Its main target are Filipinos and Americans including Indonesia, Japan and Malaysia. The Abu Sayyaf is known for its kidnapping and ask for money from rich families and the government become the money ransom. Not only on not only that, the Abu Sayyaf also earns money through extortion, smuggling, and marijuana. The main objectives of the Abu Sayyaf group are from an independent state that use Islamic Sharia laws as the basis of state authority. Abdul Rajab Janjalani judged injustice against the Moro-Muslim minority in the southern Philippines. This is what the belief and motivation of Abdul Rajab Janjalani to fight through jihad. The Abu Sayyaf group was widely known by the public during the bombings. The the Christian missionaries encouraged in Zamboanga, southern Philippines. Experience of discrimination by the Philippines government. The first, poverty is hard to get a job, low education level, military violence. And finally, in conclusions, the prison of terrorists operating seems to be in the spotlight how not maritime safety. Likewise, with the maritime boundary between Indonesia and the Philippines be one of the factors for the lack of security, especially at the second border country, border the country so that it become a pathway for border crimes. Indonesia cooperation and the Philippines also brought these two countries into a good relationship. This has resulted in the closer bilateral relations between the two countries, but in terms of security, education, trade, culture, and cooperation in really felt order. Thank you very much for your great attention, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your listening, my audience. We have shared be beneficial for all of us. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.